What's going on, peoples, and welcome back to Total Hotspurs. Manchester City nil, Tottenham Hotspur 1. I'm joined by my boys Brad and Jason. How are you, boys?
Good, brother. Good. How are you?
Good, good. And Jason, for anyone who doesn't know, he's overseas in England, and he was actually at the game. So, how are you, bro? How are you feeling after the game?
Well, before I say that, long time no see, boys. It's been a
Yeah, bro.
while.
Hard.
Long time no see.
It's been about a week and a bit, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, overseas for not so good reasons.
Yes, we know.
Luckily got a chance to actually go. First time ever to go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So I'll get into that a bit later. But it's good to be back. And yeah, it's good to go and see a win.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, bro. Bloody oath being live.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been a magnificent atmosphere, being there live, you know, just the whole thing, it would have been great to be over there, but you got to witness it first time in hand. So look, we'll get straight into the game. There was we won't get onto the Hurricane story just yet because we'll get onto it a bit later. But overall performance, what did you guys think of the overall performance? I'll start with you, Brad. What did you think of the overall performance?
Oh, look, we were definitely 100% different team from where we were last week. Everyone played well, played their position well. My biggest standout for me, was Emerson Royale. Honestly, was on fire, and of course Kane getting his record. They're probably our two best players, but our midfield was strong. Our defence was strong. Hugo did some good saves. Sonny was running at the team and wasn't scared anymore, bro. He was running the ball fucking hard. Was that break he made when Hugo kicked it off the quick turnaround. We haven't seen that from Sonny for a long time, and I'm glad to see it. It was honestly an amazing game to watch. What do you think, Jay?
Oh, well, I got some.
You were there, mate, so give us
yeah,
your,
so
give us your
first of
insights.
all, I think pointing out Royal justified starting over Porro, and if it was me, I'd start Royal next game. He's had 3 good games now. I don't think there's the thing is, as much as
well.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we've got to reward good performances, and he's kind of stepped up the last couple of weeks, and I want to see it keep going. It was disappointing not to see Porro start, but I think Royal justified why he did. You say Harry Kane, but I felt there's 2 more players that did better than Kane, and that was Davies at the back. He just cleared everything, especially from my point of view. He didn't put a foot wrong. And Højbjerg was immense in midfield. He just, every time he put his foot out, the ball stuck to it. And for me, he was one of the standouts. If it wasn't, it's him and Royal for me for man of the match close. I know Royal got it, but he was great in the middle. But I will point out something. That ref was fucking disgusting. De Bruyne handballed it 3 times, and I saw 2 of them right in front of my eyes. And then he gave Sonny that handball a little bit later on, the accidental handball, and I was like, that's the same as the 3 De Bruyne ones. But I also think that Pep fucked up. He played into our hands. He played 2 in midfield, and he played Bernardo Silva in midfield instead of with Rodri, which was stupid. When he tried to fix it, we were already shoring up. And I've got to give it to the team from the 15th minute on when Kane scored his record-breaking goal. We held out for the whole game, and it was just an overall a good team performance. I didn't see anyone not put in a decent performance. No one played bad.
Everyone played with their heart on their sleeve and played for the jersey, and that's what we have not seen. We have not seen that for a while this season. Really, you think we've won, but we haven't won like that. Like that was an immense game, and it was an immense performance by the boys.
It was convincing. That's what I say. It was a convincing performance, and we were talking before the game. And it was, the last 2 performances we've kind of seen Conte's system start being a bit. Looked like we're starting to play the system that he wants. And this is another game. And the thing is, I'm not going to say it now. I'm not going to say that Conte's system's going to work. But if we keep performing like this for another 3 or 4 games, then we might be able to get a good run towards the end of the season. And I'm not looking.
If
I'm
City
not
go.
looking. Well, I'm not looking up the road at Arsenal
No.
because they've dropped points, but we kind of helped them out. But we just got to focus on us and not worry about what anybody else is doing because we do need that top forward to keep Kane and maybe keep Conte.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can just look
exactly.
out your window at Arsenal anyway, bro. They're just there.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
can see the
yeah.
Emirates from here, so yeah.
But despite the performance, I think I gotta give a little bit of criticism to Romero. Getting that red card, which I think he shouldn't have gone so. He shouldn't have gone so hard on Haaland on the first one, and then obviously
That was the
got
best part.
uppy
Not gonna
both.
lie. That was the
It
best.
was,
He
yeah,
dropped
look,
Haaland,
The thing is, from our point of view, it looked really harsh for the yellow. But then when I came home and watched Match of the Day, I was
It
like,
was
yeah,
soft.
fair enough. No, I was like, yeah, fair enough. That was definitely a yellow, the first
I
one,
reckon it
and
was
the
soft.
second
He could
one,
have gone harder.
the second one was soft. Grealish
The
ran
second,
into
yeah,
that. He knew
Grealish,
what was going on.
yeah, he knew.
That's
Grealish
actually-
knew if he took him on, that he was going to get a yellow
Oh, yeah.
card. And we know what Americans do. He's aggressive. He's an aggressive
Yeah.
defender, and I think that's kind of what makes this game. And I kind of feel like he needs to take that a little bit more out of his game. He is a great defender. He's going to be great, but having him being so aggressive, it just we can't have these yellow cards because he's gonna miss the next game, which is going to be bad. Like it's not bad, but I know Sanchez will cover, but he's going to be a miss for us, Romero. But
We
Well,
could
I
well,
Porro push
Where do you go?
Royale into the middle and put Porro on the right.
Maybe.
That's what we
But
got.
what I was going to say, Delane, on that point, you make a good point. However,
It does.
I'm not comparing these players because obviously one is one of the greatest defenders of his generation. So Sergio Ramos was a bloody walking red card most of the games. Now, I don't want Romero to lose the aggression. I just want him to time it better. However, I do recognise that Ramos was a much better defender and that he was in a much better team with better defenders around him. So I don't want him to take the aggressiveness out of his game, but I do want him to kind of tone it down just a little bit, so we're not worried about him getting ready for the game.
Yeah,
he does go in sloppy sometimes or too hard when it's like if he backed off, you could have made a good tackle and got the ball back. But
yeah, you got to think Haaland was probably niggling him, probably at him all game. And then,
trust me, he dominated Haaland. Haaland did not
was
get
in
a touch in the box.
Haaland was never to be seen in the game.
He got no touches. No touches.
But that's because Man City didn't play to his strengths. They tried to play like he was a false nine, and there were so many times where they could have put the ball forward behind our line, and he's quick, and they didn't do it. So, as much as we played good, I think Man City kind of stifled Haaland. But the aggressiveness, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm going to give a shout out to Dyer. In defence, he was moving into that midfield to track Alvarez or Haaland, whoever dropped deep. So we were effectively playing a back four half the time because he was coming in. Remember how under Poch he used to play that centre defensive role, and in attack he'd drop into the back three. He was doing that, and it worked really well because it really stopped Haaland or Alvarez getting a good turn and running at our defence.
No, I did notice. I did notice Dyer in the middle there. Like I was saying to
Delane
as well. Yeah, I was saying to Delane as well. Maybe I was saying this to Dean as well, actually, on the phone yesterday. Maybe Conte being at home, seeing the camera footage from up high of what he can fix with the team,
might be better.
It's going to help him being at home. But Dean made a point is, okay, he's seen it from the team playing good. He hasn't seen it from the team playing shit. So that could bite us in the ass as well. Where, you know what I mean? Where we worked yesterday. Honestly, it was exciting football. I couldn't stop thinking about it all day.
And it was good seeing Son turn and run, wasn't it, boys? And you know what was good?
Mate.
Hugo's kick, mate. When he got the ball kicked and Sonny was on his bike, gone.
Yeah, and the thing is, what excited me more was the fact that he wasn't losing the ball. He had it controlled, had it at feet. He was running at pace. A couple of choices he didn't make very well. He kind of left it too late to put it out wide, or he didn't feed it to the right side. But he looked like he was starting to kind of find his feet again. And after the goal, the 2 goals, was it 2 goals he scored or 1 goal he scored? 2 goals last game he scored.
Preston.
That was Kane who got Preston, didn't he?
No, Kane didn't come on. Sonny scored 2.
Oh
Preston.
yeah. So
he scored banger.
No, he scored 1 at Preston. Sorry. So with that goal and then the way he played today, it looks like he's starting to slowly get confidence. But obviously, it's only been 2 games. We need to kind of see him
He
in
needs to
5
keep
or
it-
6
He
games.
needs to keep it rolling.
It needs to be
Honestly,
consistent.
Yeah, it took him
Yeah,
3 minutes,
yeah.
bro. As soon as he got the first touch of the ball, he ran straight through that midfield, and he was on his bike. I knew from that moment, seeing Sonny run, his confidence was coming back. And I was saying today
Yeah,
on the stream, I'm
100%.
like, it's good. Like
It's
Sonny hasn't
yes,
ran
this
like
is-
that fucking ages, and
Yeah, it's
yeah,
been a while.
hopefully we can get him
I
back
think it was
into
the
the
first
season.
5 minutes. The first
Yeah,
5 minutes was
it was
in it.
third
He
minute,
just
bro.
turned
Third
and
minute.
just ran.
See you later.
Yeah,
Like,
which
we
is
need
good.
that, and if we can play like this
Yeah.
the back end of the season, boys, we're coming in strong, and I think FA Cup could be ours.
Well,
we
I'd
play
go
like
all
that.
for it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll go.
That-
As Wrexham might
but-
flog us.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
want
worried
it to be
about.
Wrexham because that'd be good. That'd be good for exposure.
exactly.
For both
exactly.
teams.
But
Yeah,
yeah. But in other news, the main man we're going to talk about today, Harry Kane, the record scoring goal for us. He's a record Tottenham
He's a
all-time
one-season
Tottenham
wonder,
goal
but
scorer.
why?
Yeah, he's only a 1 season wonder.
Yeah,
Come on.
one-season wonder.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's all we were singing. That's all we were singing.
Bro, I would love
Yeah.
seeing his post about one-season wonder when he puts up the photo of his all-time record as like one-season wonder. I love it. And if his missus is on it too, bro. I love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah. But do you reckon, this is a question right now, I know he's beat Jimmy Greaves' record now. Do you reckon he'll beat Alan Shearer's?
Yeah. I don't even have to doubt.
I think.
Everybody
way.
here thinks he's going to beat it. He's not leaving England,
No.
and he's only just turned 30. Or he turned 30 the other day. He's still got at least 4 years, I think, at the top before he starts to decline massively. But the thing is about Kane is you got to think we're 21 games in. He's got 17 goals. If there was no Haaland in this league, we would be sitting there going Harry Kane, Harry Kane, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
He's 4 goals ahead of Ivan Toney, and the thing is Haaland scored 3 hat tricks already. So if you take Haaland the robot out, Kane would be spoken about by everybody, and we've still got 17 games to go. At that record, he'll get another 10 minimum if he keeps going the way he's going.
And he's almost there.
He's going to hit 27, 28 this season, and he's already 50 out or something after this season if he does that, because I think he's on 207 or something, 208.
No, he's
only
on
one.
just hit 200. He just hit 200
Oh, he
for
just
the
hit
Premier
200?
League goals. Yeah, Rooney's on 208 and Shearer's on 2.
Oh yeah, sorry,
260.
I got it modelled. Yeah, he's only the 3rd player ever to hit 200 Premier League goals. So
I don't think any other players going to hit it for a while.
Man.
no other player can hit it unless they played their whole career in the Prem.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just so crazy that he's only 8 behind Wayne Rooney now.
Yep.
Like he's gonna beat Wayne Rooney, no doubt.
And he's only played 145 games less too. He's played a shit ton, and Rooney's played in teams that have won the league multiple times. We haven't even been close apart from 1 or 2 years.
So we need to get this boy a trophy this year. That man needs a trophy to stay. And I want him to break records. Well, he's broken records at Tottenham. I want him to break every record at Tottenham and get a trophy.
I think all us Spurs fans want him to break records.
Could you imagine, next year? Sorry, Jay. Next year, we win the league, and maybe not next year. Maybe the year after we win the league, and Kane breaks Shearer's record the same year.
No, it won't happen. That's not going to happen. I mean, we have better chance now with City. From what I'm hearing here, over 100 counts of financial fair play breaches. So they could be in big trouble. But it also could mean that helps Arsenal win the league. But we won't get into that because that's not something I want to focus about. But there's one thing I want to say, and we said it a little bit ago, me and you, Delane, and I'm going to say it again. Harry Kane's better than Haaland. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He's the most complete forward in the game, and in a game where it's high pressure. And Kane gets marked by 2-3 players every game and has still scored 17 goals.
Haaland got marked by Dyer, bro, and couldn't even have a shot.
Yeah, Dyer handled Haaland the whole game.
It's pretty bad. I know,
so
he did.
I'm gonna,
I put it out there as well. I said it on the stream. I said there is don't take me wrong. You got Lewandowski, Haaland, Kane, all those Sergio Aguero, all those big name strikers. But something about Kane, he does complete opposite to what Lewandowski and all that.
Yeah, he's not just a goal scorer.
He can provide. He provides. He can assist. He just does it all. He's a whole package. He's a striker you want in your team. fit into any team. You know, I put out there. Kane's
Oh, for sure, bro.
one.
He can play
Kane
anywhere.
is number one. He could drop deep and go forward. But that's the game we're talking about.
I want to give one
we got?
special. Well, I'm not sure yet, but I want to give a special mention to Stiolini. He has 100% record with our team.
Yeah, good
And
step up.
That's true.
And the thing is, he in those teams he's played Inter Milan and he's played Man City. I think the other one is Marseille. So he's played. If you count that as a Champions League game, that's 3 big games that Stiolini's coached for us, and we've won every single one. So I mean, if Conte isn't there, I'm not worried because Stiolini seems to really know what he wants from the
Conte
team.
will be back by Leicester this weekend, he said.
Yeah, I think unless the next game is Leicester.
Yeah, next game is Leicester on Sunday morning, 2 a.m. here time. So we can, if you're home in the Arvo, you can watch it with us on Saturday.
Maybe it depends.
Saturday Arvo game.
Yeah, depends.
But I think we're gonna probably wrap it up there, guys. Anything from you guys you want to wrap up about the game, or anything you saw in the game?
My big thing is just see that video of Conte calling Harry Kane and saying he's proud of him and stuff, and just the smile on Kane's face, knowing that. I think I have a feeling that Conte is at home. He might stay after this season with Kane if he gets what he wants, and I think it's good to see. And I think, it excited me seeing those two talking and stuff, how we called, and I think we're looking for bigger and better things coming in next season, or the back end of this season is going to be a good run.
Yeah, following on that, I think as much as I will say, I think the Australian Optus Sport don't catch the crowd sound as much as what as they do here, because I'm telling you now, the crowd did not stop singing. They were one of the loudest I've ever heard. My ears were deaf, my voice was gone. I am leaving any count, even though the stadium is amazing. The football on the pitch doesn't justify what we have. And even though I'm gone, I will say this: that still leaving any count. We need them gone. We need change. But on that note, on Conte, it was nice to see it. They did a little interview for Harry at the end of the game after full whistle. Obviously to commemorate his achievement. But we just need to be consistent now. From now on, we just need to be consistently good. I don't think we can afford to drop any points. Arsenal have a big month in April. So do we, though. But they have like Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea,
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Games to catch up on too.
Yeah, they've got about 5 or 6 of the top 8. They've got 5 or 6 of the top 8 teams in April. But we have Liverpool, United, and I think Newcastle in that as well. So
I'm only worried about United and Newcastle there.
At the end of April, I think we'll see where we're at. But all I want to see is consistency in the team and consistency just on the pitch, And like I'm going to say it now, I think Royal deserves to play next game. I think Poro should be bedded in slowly. And
Conte came out and said, sorry, that Poro can't play because Conte hasn't seen him train yet. Conte hasn't been there and seen him. So it's a fair call. And Royal has played too good as well.
Well, I'm talking about Royal's performances on the pitch. You can't fault a guy that's played 3 decent games now and been man of the match nearly. I think he's been man of the match 3 out of 4 games now.
Yeah. So he really has stepped up a lot.
Yeah, he's stepped up a lot.
I think now because Pedro Porro's come in now, I think he has to step up.
And that's what we want, boys. That's what we want. We want everyone to compete.
We want competition.
Yep, and you're right, Brad, with Danjuma. Sonny shit himself thinking, shit, if I don't perform, then Juma's going to take my spot. And that's how it should be. And the thing is, Kane doesn't need that because Kane's been doing it for years. But that's sometimes that's what players need to really start putting it in.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, on that note, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Just make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Click
hit that
bell hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that bell for more notifications. More videos we'll be bringing out, more content. I just want to thank Jason and Brad for joining us. And Jason, hopefully the family's all right over there, bro. And you enjoyed the time over there. so far.
Yeah, well,
I know
I'll see you back. I'll see you back home next Friday, boys.
Oh, nice.
Lucky
Well,
prick.
make sure you make sure you travel safe, bro. Make sure you travel
well,
safe.
boys, and make sure you take care of
No,
yourselves.
no, we
Nah.
will. And
Always.
as we always say here, tell the all Spurs, stay Spursy.
Stay Spursy,
Stay
guys.
Spursy.